this is not professional like advice. It is my personal experiences that are it's my personal experiences that is helping me give you guys advice. So please keep that in mind, and I really hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, it's Jessica and welcome to my BU video. This one is about stop comparing yourself to other people, and it's the last video that I'm going to be talking about embracing yourself no matter what people say about you. So, yeah, if you didn't see my last BU video, please go check it out. I think it's pretty good. And also check out this lady. Her name's Nicole. She does a really great job talking about body image and just embracing yourself and accepting yourself. Please go check those. They'll be the first links down below. Okay. So I made like this whole big long list of things, and then I realized I was kind of repeating myself over and over again, and I don't really want to repeat myself. So I'm going to try not to repeat myself too much, but I want to make some pretty solid points. So yeah, so I said stop comparing yourself to other people because one of the biggest ways that we can lose our self-confidence is by us beating ourselves up. And one of the ways we beat ourselves up is by constantly comparing ourselves to other people, whether it's a celebrity, whether it's a best friend, whether it's a boyfriend even, or a girlfriend, or, you know, it doesn't matter who it is. If you're constantly comparing yourself to them, there's bound to be some negative thoughts that will go through your head. And I'm not saying it's always negative to compare yourself to other people, because I think sometimes it's good. You can get tips from other people. Maybe you didn't think of that. Maybe you're kind of a mean person and you're like, oh, this person's really nice, I should be really nice. That kind of stuff is very fine and very healthy and everything. But there can be a very dark, unhealthy side to comparing yourself to other people. And I decided to talk about this today because there are some YouTubers lately who've been talking about quitting YouTube, and it's not always just because they're not confident in themselves or anything like that, but I think YouTube is so important, and I think the more people that do YouTube, the better, because you get so many different people on this one platform, and it's a huge community, and I just think it's really great that we have so many unique people and so many unique voices. And even if a lot of beauty channels look the same, there's bound to be one thing that is unique about their channel. So, anyway, that's kind of where this inspiration came from, but it applies in the non-YouTube community as well. So I wrote down 3 major reasons why you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, and the first one is because it holds you back. And what I mean by that is that it will hold you back from being yourself, from embracing yourself, from being the best person you can be, and from finding out who you are. But also, if you are really looking up to somebody and you want to be like them, it can also help you find who you are, because maybe that didn't work or something. So it kind of can do both, but I think it can really prevent you from fully embracing yourself, because if you're constantly comparing yourself to someone else, you're just going to constantly be feeling like you're not good enough. You know, like you're kind of giving yourself super high standards, and then you're going to be beating yourself up about that, even though nobody is saying you should look like that person. And if they are saying that, then they're dumb, because you should totally embrace yourself, embrace everything about you, just embrace it all, because I feel like the more you embrace yourself, the more it will help you through life, and it will help you figure out who you are. Because if you embrace, like, let's say you're not really a nice person, if you embrace that about yourself, eventually you'll figure out you're not a nice person, and you'll be like, oh hey, I'm not really a nice person, I should change that, because people are going to be calling you mean or something. So if you show your true colors, then you'll be able to figure out who you are. You'll be able to figure out maybe what you're doing wrong, or maybe you're not doing anything wrong, but you know, you'll be able to figure more things out about yourself that you probably wouldn't have before, because you weren't really showing your true colors. You were just trying to be like someone else. The second thing I talked about is that it's not very healthy to constantly compare yourself to other people. it can be, you know, like I said before, it can be beneficial, it can help you, but for the most part, I don't personally think it's really such a healthy thing to do, because I remember in middle school and high school, I was constantly comparing myself to people. It didn't even matter who they were. I was constantly comparing myself to other people, and a part of it was I was being bullied too. So I was trying to figure out why I was so different than other people, because I didn't really care. Like, I cared, but I didn't notice. Like, I didn't notice what was different about me. So when people would point it out to me, I'd be like, is that really true? It's like I got called fat a lot, and I got called a crybaby a lot, and I got called a hermaphrodite sometimes, which was really hurtful. But you know, I got called so many things quite a bit, and so I was constantly comparing myself to other people, figuring out why I was being called this stuff and they weren't. And it ended up being really, really not healthy for me, because every time I do this, I feel like my camera doesn't focus on me anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I should stop doing that. Anyway, but it ended up being very unhealthy, because I was constantly thinking, oh, I'm not as skinny as these girls, and oh, I am way too sensitive for life, and oh, I have like, this hair, like sideburn hair kind of, and I thought maybe that's why I was being called hermaphrodite. I don't really know, but you know, the point is I was constantly comparing myself to other people, and it was really, really tearing me down, because I was constantly thinking, oh, I'm not like them, I'm not good enough, this person will never like me, and this girl will never hang out with me because I'm not like this person. And it's a really stupid thought process. And it's also normal. It's a normal thing to do. But I'm just saying that you should just quit doing it. And in a little bit, I will tell you how you can kind of change your way of thinking to where you won't be doing this as often. Or if you do it, it'll be in a positive way. Alright, so lastly, I said that you can become someone that you're not. And I have a specific story about this. So there was this girl that I went to high school with. And she kind of like had this group, and at first she didn't really have a group, but then, you know, she started doing things like, you know, she was really, really depressed at this point, so she was cutting, and, you know, she was just really down on life, and she was writing poetry, and she was just, you know, she was just really, really having a rough time. But then all of these people that were her friends started doing the same thing. And that, my friends, is not healthy. And it's definitely becoming someone who you aren't. Because, you know, this girl, she had some issues that she was trying to deal with in this way. And, you know, so her friends were like, oh, that's cool, I'm going to do that too. Without even really realizing that it was like a damaging thing, I think. Like, I think they just wanted to be like this person. Which I can understand, because this person is very beautiful, and she's very smart, and she's very just open-hearted and kind and caring, so I could understand why they would want to be like her. But to take it to that extent is a little extreme. So don't lose who you are or what your basic values are just because you want to be like somebody. You know, just embrace yourself, embrace who you are. And let me tell you, I was like friends with this group. I stopped being friends with this group because they were doing things that I wasn't just gonna go and do. Like, it wasn't cool to me to do that kind of stuff. And the original girl who did it, she wasn't doing it because it was cool. She wasn't doing it because she wanted to be accepted. She was doing it because she didn't know what else to do. So, you know, there's like a difference there. And these other girls were doing it because they wanted to be part of the group and they wanted her approval or something. I don't know, something weird. Basically, I'm just saying, don't lose who you are. If you're, you know, if you're not someone who wants to self-harm themselves out of peer pressure, then don't be one of those people. Walk away from that group. If you don't want to do, like, let's say you're friends, okay, so another example would be like, if you are friends with someone and you go into middle school or you go into high school and all of a sudden they're hanging out with people who are smoking, drinking, doing drugs. I'm not saying you can't hang out with them. I'm just saying don't lose yourself with them. So if you want to fit in with these people, don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs. If you don't want to follow that path, I highly suggest that you don't follow that path. But you know, some people follow that path, and a lot of times people try smoking and they try drinking and they try drugs because of peer pressure, and it will ruin your life, you know, if you aren't careful. So, you know, just embrace yourself and your morals and just completely be yourself. Don't lose track of who you are, even when you're finding yourself. So, now I'm going to tell you how you can change your way of thinking, or how you can just make the situation better. So talk to your friends and your family or your boyfriend or just anyone that knows you really well, and ask them what your best qualities are, and then ask them what your worst qualities are. And the reason I say this is because then you will see yourself as someone, like, you'll see yourself in the shoes of other people, and that's like a really, really positive thing, I think, because then you can compare yourself to yourself, and your friends and your family and your boyfriend, they're gonna notice things that you aren't even gonna believe that they'll say. So, like, I remember in the past, my family would like say that I talked too much and I was kind of annoying. And that kind of hurt my feelings, you know, because, like, I was like, I'm not annoying, I don't talk too much. I talk a lot, you know, that's why YouTube is very good for me, because I talk a crap ton, and I just want people to listen to me, and when people don't listen to me, I get really just angry. So, yeah, so I could see their point, but I didn't really know that about myself. So once I knew that about myself, I was thinking, well, talking a lot is not really a bad thing unless it's at inappropriate times, like in class, which I did do, and I got separated and I got in trouble. But, you know, talking a lot in general is not a bad thing, and, you know, if you're annoying, like, you're not going to be annoying to everyone. You're just going to be annoying to some people, maybe most people. But you don't have to have that be something that holds you back. You can instead, you could be like, okay, whatever, I'm a little annoying, I'm a little loud, I talk a lot, whatever. And just kind of move on and just embrace it. Just be like, yeah, that's who I am. I can't help that. And me, I will tell you right now, and so will my best friend ever, Casey. She'll tell you right now too that sometimes I am a very loud person, and sometimes I'm pretty dang quiet. It just depends on my mood. It depends on how I'm feeling. Like, if I'm feeling really chill and mellow and just relaxed, I'll be pretty quiet. But if I am like hyper, or, you know, really happy or excited or nervous or upset, I am like really freaking loud. And when I'm trying to make my points, I'm pretty loud too, because I'm like, you better listen to me because I'm trying to make a point here. And, you know, yeah, I just want to call attention to the people that are listening or maybe listening. But anyway, so yeah, you know, I can be loud and I can be quiet, but that's kind of part of who I am. I can't help that. Just like I can't help the pitch of my voice. I've been made fun of for my voice my whole entire life. I can't help it. So you know what, you guys? This is my voice. I have to live with it. And since I have to live with it, I'm going to choose to love it. Alright, now the next thing you can do is figure out what you love about yourself. So, you know, if you choose to ask your friends and family, that's fine, but if you don't, that's fine too. Either way, make a list of all your qualities and then put a heart next to the ones you like, or a star, or circle them, or something. Make it clear that you really like those things about yourself. After you do that, then just work on, like, embracing those qualities. And then the things you don't like about yourself, you'll be able to embrace easier. So, yeah, because I think you should embrace everything about yourself, and then if you feel like you need to change things, then change them, because it's just going to be easier to change them when you accept that it's part of who you are and that it might need to be changed. Okay. So then next, be honest with yourself. So what I mean by this is to just be honest with yourself on, like, who you're looking up to. Is the person you're looking up to really a good person? You know, make a list of pros and cons. See if they are. If they are, then great. Continue to look up to them, but don't try to be just like them. You know, like, maybe take some of their qualities and be like, I really like this about this person, and then try to put it into your own sense of self. So anyway, so basically, just be honest with yourself on the qualities that you are wanting from someone else. So if you want to be like Taylor Swift, for example, what do you want to be like? You know, do you want to be as giving as she is, because she really gives a lot to her fans? Or do you want to be as classy as she is, because she has a very nice classy style? Or do you want to wear a red lip? You know, just be honest with who you're looking up to, why you look up to them, and how you could look up to them in a positive way that isn't going to damage your thinking. So next, if you are finding yourself to be like, oh, I really want to be like this person. So if I was thinking, oh, I really want to be like my friend Casey. Now, she's smaller than I am, and she's smaller than I am, and so maybe I want to look like her. Maybe I want to have the same body type as her. Then I would be like, oh, you know, God, I really need to lose weight. Oh my gosh, I need to like stop eating, go on a crash diet. So this is what you do. You say, no, stop self, stop. What you're doing is very unhealthy, and you need to think better. You do not need to go on a crash diet to lose weight. You can do it in a healthy way. If you really want to lose weight, do it in a healthy way, self. Come on now. Argue with yourself, you guys. You know, because your brain is kind of weird, and it can be really mean to yourself, even when you don't want to be mean to yourself. So just stand up for yourself with yourself, and it will help you so much. So as soon as you start thinking, oh, I'm ugly, oh, I'm fat, just tell yourself, no, you are not ugly, no, you are not fat, you are freaking curvy, and you are beautiful. And it'll really help you guys, I promise. I had to do that because I had some really bad things happen to me throughout my life that really kind of tore down my self-confidence. I didn't realize it tore down my self-confidence because I have always thought very highly of myself. I'd rather think very, very highly of myself than think very, very poorly of myself, where I might do something stupid. So you know, I'm okay with being a little bit conceited. I'm okay with sounding a little bit like a narcissist. I'm okay with that because I'm not narcissistic. I'm a very loving, caring, kind person, and I'm not trying to be conceited. I'm just trying to get through the day by saying, oh yeah, I'm hella beautiful. Like if someone says, you know, like, it's hot in here, I'll be like, yeah, I know, because it's because of me. You know, I just like to make those kind of jokes throughout the day to boost my own self-confidence, and if people don't understand that, then they don't understand that, but I'm not living for those people. I'm living for myself, and I'm living for my family, and I'm living for my friends, and I'm living for my boyfriend. So, you know, I don't really care about other people's, you know, acceptance of what I say. I don't even care really about what my friends think of what I say, because half the time I say some really weird, stupid crap, and they're just like, that was really weird, Jessica, and I'll be like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. So, you know, it's just part of who I am, and, you know, just embrace that, you guys, because, you know, you're never gonna get anywhere if you don't embrace yourself. So, the last thing, the last two things is to embrace yourself and show the world. So, totally, just embrace who you are. So, let's say that you are a 12-year-old and you live in Michigan. I don't know, I'm just picking a state. And you're constantly being picked on for something. I don't really know. Pick something. What are you constantly being picked on for? And then one day you're just like, you know what? People that pick on me, I don't care if I'm this or that or that. I mean, gosh, imagine what those people would think. Just, you know, you don't even have to do that. You can just do it to yourself. What would yourself think after you tell yourself, shut up, self, I'm going to just embrace who I am? Are you okay with that? Because that's what I want to do. So yeah, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this topic for Be You. If you have anything else to add, please leave it down below. And I love for these videos to be more of a discussion. Also, keep in mind that this is not this is not like, you know, professional advice. This is from my own personal experiences, and it's just me trying to help you guys out. So please just remember that, keep that in mind. And yeah, please just embrace yourself. You guys are all unique for a reason. Embrace the uniqueness of yourself, and remember that you guys are all beautiful, and you guys are all very, very special, and you guys mean the world to me. So please treat yourselves with respect, and don't tear yourselves down. Don't let other people tear you down. Stay strong and just be you, okay? feel free to follow me on Instagram. You can also Snapchat me, you can email me, and you can comment. Duh, you can comment. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.